I'm thinking about being a surgeon. You know, I get a little queasy sometimes, but honestly, I like to chop things up. You know, I like to slice them. It's okay.
I'm taking my 4th year Mandarin Chinese this year, and I was actually in China last summer, not the summer, this last summer, but 2 summers ago. And I feel like if I was just a diplomat, just hanging out in China.
I think throughout finding new energy sources and all sorts of new science ways to fix the world, that we'll be able to create jobs.
I'd prefer a job that made me happy over like being paid a ton.
For example, I was talking to my grandmother about this the other day. She's pretty blown away by how quickly I can like talk to someone, or you know, something like Facebook. I don't think she could even begin to understand, just because the internet itself is so new. So like the last generation than before that. Similarly, I had this guy that I knew had something happen to him that, you know, was pretty big, and one of his, I guess it was his cousin or someone who was significantly younger than him, posted a status on Facebook, and he had 20 people calling him in the next, you know, 10 minutes saying, "Oh, I heard this happen. How do you know so quickly?" And they had all just found out about it because of Facebook. And so I think that really is a big difference just for us compared to last generation.
Bart, cars, airplanes, we've definitely we're just so reliable on it, and sometimes like our resources aren't, you know, gonna last forever, and we just don't know what to do right now, and I feel like we're just too reliable on it, bitch. Reliant, sorry.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I watched Terminator 2 Judgment Day last night, and while that might be extreme, I feel like it's a very viable possibility, you know, that like technology could be our downfall. And like, I don't know, I've sort of realized I really like that genre because it makes me think about what could be, and like, I don't know, I was thinking about time travel the other day and how impossible it is, like how illogical, and yet, how would I know? Like, there's probably a brilliant mind out there. I've probably sit on the same street corner as him, you know, who's gonna invent a time machine, or like, I don't know, invent a cloning, whatever. But I feel like technology is like a modern marvel and a future marvel. It could very likely be our downfall.
I would go to a major metropolitan center and see what it's like, and see all the problems they're probably having in the future, and then just realize that we probably caused it. So I would go to like New York City, see if it was still standing.
There's too much that could happen. You might show up and everything's like just obliterated. You know, what if you show up post-nuclear war, and you find out that you're only gonna live to be like 35? You know, I don't think I could handle that. So I don't think I'd go. Skip that trip.
Artificial organs and probably the internet, or just, you know, 3G, 4G, cellular, stuff like that, because, I mean, back to my Terminator 2 topic, artificial organs is just one more step towards cyborgs, basically. I don't know, that's pretty extreme, but yeah, definitely artificial organs, because you don't really, I mean, as soon as like the artificial liver and stomach and heart and even one kidney are put in your body, you're basically set. You don't need, like, you probably won't even need to eat, you know, if you have an artificial stomach that can sustain itself and sustain the rest of the body, or whatever. But yeah, definitely those two.
I think that was cool and interesting, and I read this really scary sci-fi book about how they use cloning for this guy to live forever, and they're getting really close to people to being able to do that, and it just concerns me that we have no sort of regulation about that, and so it's kind of a scary future.